Thank you for joining us. I'm Jennifer Hugans, and this is Penn News Now, your student-produced newscast. The thought of eating on campus can bring a lot of mixed emotions among Penn students. However, something that seems to be consistent among the majority is a love for William Penn's most popular cook, Stan Baker. William Penn's Zach Tracy has a story.
The hidden hero of William Penn University, Stan Baker, has been at work in the Penn cafeteria for 11 years. Students have had the opportunity to enjoy his cooking and hard work. Over time, a number of them have gotten to know him, but do they really know the story of Stan the Man?
Students always call me Stan the Man, I guess because it rhymes, but a lot of them didn't know that I'm a St. Louis Cardinals baseball fan, and the most famous Cardinal of all was Stan the Man Musial. So technically, I've been Stan the Man my whole life because my dad named me after Stan Musial.
Besides tending to the grill, Stan hopes to make the students' day by not only filling them up with food, but also with friendship.
I've been cooking my whole life. I was a cook in the Army, and I cooked offshore for a while. But seeing the satisfaction and how it makes kids happy and that, get a smile out of them. You know, they could be having a bad day and they come over here. And if I can cheer them up, it's pretty good. I like that.
Student Sam Moisman has gotten to know Stan during his time at William Penn.
I didn't really get to know him until my sophomore year. Got a little more bold. Went out of my way, got to know the guy. He's a nice guy. Colored past, great dude. Makes the best burgers.
So, if you're ever at William Penn cafeteria, stop by the grill, grab a bite to eat, and say hi to Stan because he might just make your day.
From treating lawns to heating up the grill, Stan Baker is making an impact on the university and its students. The 11-year veteran is happy where he's at and hopes to continue making a difference at William Penn University. Getting to the cafeteria and to classes means going outside, and lately that's been something many students would rather avoid. Winter weather is in full effect in Oskaloosa, Iowa. Last week's temperatures have been extremely cold, with Wednesday's high of -7 degrees and a wind chill of -49. I spoke with Director of Residence Life, Heidi Scholes, who shared some tips for students to stay warm and safe in this chilling weather. With temperatures plummeting below zero, some students have never seen weather like this. So Heidi Scholes, the Director of Residence Life, offered these winter tips for students.
When it comes to crossing streets safely in winter weather, obviously you got to give enough time for cars to stop. So when students are crossing Market using the crosswalk, that's definitely the spot that we want them to use, or the footbridge. Don't cross in any other areas. Push the button and wait, I would say, at least 5 or 6 seconds to make sure that cars don't come up over the hills, and then you can go ahead and cross.
While crossing, you might also want to be thinking about what's under your feet.
Our best advice is slide your feet. Don't think you can walk normally. Just kind of shuffle through the snow and the ice on the surfaces, and that should hopefully get them from point A to point B safely without falling.
Heidi also stresses the need to make sure you are bundled up.
I would say more than anything, students need to dress warm. Don't stay outside any longer than they have to. Give themselves enough time to get to classes so that they're not in a hurry, which increases the chance of falling. Cover your mouth. So if someone has a scarf or even a sweatshirt or a jacket that you can zip up, so when they're walking across campus they're not breathing in that cold air. Just make sure as much of their skin as possible is covered. And then for students who do have cars, make sure that you have enough gas in your tanks, so when you are warming up your cars in the morning, you can let it run long enough that everything can get defrosted, and then also that they don't run out of gas on the side of the road.
With all of this weather, Heidi has more information to offer in regards of helping you keep up to date with closings.
Paying attention to those announcements and that communication is really important, so students know, especially in the upcoming weeks when the weather is expected to continue to produce snow and be really cold. There could be other delays to classes. For example, this week we've already had, the 2-hour delays or the 4-hour delays. It's really the best way for students to stay informed.
Temperatures reached so low last week that the university canceled classes from last Tuesday evening all the way through noon on Thursday. Out of a concern for safety, the university closed down completely on Wednesday, January 30th. Sitting in the classroom may not seem adventurous, but that doesn't stop the students interested in outdoors and wildlife activities. The William Penn University Wildlife Ecology Club offers students the opportunity to go out and learn about nature. Dr. Pete Uraldi, Assistant Professor of Biology, says this club can help students go into careers like Department of Natural Resources, County Conservation Board, or anything involved with wildlife research. But there are a lot of other events outside of normal meeting times.
Weekend trips to do prairie restoration, like working out here in the Penn Prairie or in county parks, or going on canoe trips or river cleanups, or like coming this week, we're taking a behind the scenes tour at the Des Moines Zoo, learn about conservation careers in zoology and working with zoo animals, that kind of thing.
Students meet every month, typically on the fourth Tuesday of the month at 11:15 in room 319 in the PAC. If you are interested in the club or have any questions, contact Dr. Pete Uraldi. On Tuesday, February 12th, William Penn will host its annual bingo night for all students interested in an evening filled with fun and a chance to win a variety of prizes. The event is sponsored by the Office of Advancement and is held in the cafeteria in the fall and spring semesters. Games start at 5:30 p.m. and will go until prizes run out. Grand prizes include an Apple TV, AirPods, and more. On-campus students can attend and participate using their meal plans. However, off-campus students may also attend using Penn Bucks or paying $5 for dinner. Come out and try your luck at winning big. Up next, I interviewed the William Penn women's basketball coach, Steve Williamson, to talk about their winning season. When asked how they got to this point, he said it was all determination, hard work, and just the pure grit that they play with. It's amazing to do so well in conference, and it shows how hard our girls work and the dedication they have. We have to take it one day at a time to continue the success and keep the mindset to come to practice ready to work hard every day and cannot take anything for granted. The number 18 Statesman defeated number 6 Mid-America Nazarene 80-62 on Saturday to take the lead in conference at number 1. And they got another big win on Monday, which brings their overall record to 22-2 and 17-2 in the Hart Conference. And speaking of basketball, men's and women's basketball will be here in the Penn Gymnasium taking on Baker on Saturday on the 9th. Women start at 2 with men's following at 4. William Penn Wrestling will be at home on the 16th for the Hart Championships. Starting matches will be at 9 a.m. On the 8th at 12 p.m., baseball will be at Bacone. Softball will then be at the Cowtown Classic for the 8th and 9th. And finally, William Penn Track will be at the Hart Indoor Championship on the 8th. The Statesmen are competing hard and would like you to pack the games to cheer them on. Thank you for joining us for this WPNN newscast. From all of us in the Digital Communication Program at William Penn University, have a great week.